Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Monday, October 16, 2023, and this is my pre-market report. I want to start off with this. A paper I wrote this morning. This is now in your inbox. If you subscribe to my free newsletter, there's a bunch of links in this as well. Pay attention to this today. I want to, as I said, I want to read through this and I want to add to it a little bit. But this stuff is really important, and I want you to have it. That's why I send this all out to you, again, in my free newsletter, link below. So people, what I want you to do, really, again, this is, I'm preaching to the choir here. I get it, for most of you that have been with me for a long time, but be ready for absolutely anything. I don't know for how many years have I been telling you that they're going to do things to us that we can't dream of, couldn't even have a nightmare about. Okay, they're not done at all. And people, as you already know, are being led to the slaughter on a grand scale. And I mean this in the literal sense, in every possible way. Okay, look, how do I say this? People have been sold a lie since you're born. Okay, you are sold a set of lies. There are obviously people in this world who thrive or want more than they are entitled to, and they will take any means and any measure to get there. Okay, greed, corruption to the highest possible order. Those that seek control over the rest of us. I mean, it sounds like science fiction. All these things are within the human realm, okay? And that's what's going on here. An obsession with again, power. People who are willing to do whatever they got to do to gain that power, to attain things that I don't know what their end goal here is, other than to say that they want to control the world. Okay, that, and I've been telling you this for years. Anyway, so what we're seeing now is the inevitable endgame. What we all knew would eventually occur. Joe Salente, one of the smartest guys I know, personal friend of mine, and he always says, when all else fails, they bring you to war. I think the goal has always been war. Okay? War, first of all, it's a deception. It's a lie. It's a method or a mechanism here to obviously keep people divided, cause them to hate. Hatred is an easy thing to grow. Okay, tell people who to hate and why you have to hate them, and people just follow along. They fall through the trapdoor that's been set for them. How many years, for how many decades, thousands of years have we been warned by many people of the pitfalls and the trapdoors that they set for all of us here? And unfortunately, those that manipulate the minds of men and women via the propaganda, via the mainstream media outlets today, via governments here. Before there was even the tell-lie vision or the programming, okay, there were other methods where people were spreading lies about these people, about these other people, and you have to despise these people for that reason. Again, it's a mechanism that goes back prehistoric times. And today, it's just more in our face than ever before. But people are again, falling into a trap that's going to lead to their own demise. So people, be ready for anything. All right, now let me read through this. Lions and Friends, overnight, the MMRI, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, free to everybody, link in the description below, has jumped over 5 points. Nothing major, but it's climbing. Okay, which means that risk in this market is obviously climbing. Now, pay attention to some of this here, and I want you to focus on this. In order for central banks to push off an inevitable meltdown and locking up of the entire world financial system, it's going to happen. Okay, there's no doubt about it. we're in a full-blown liquidity crisis. Cash is drying up. They will use any mechanism that they can dream about, think about, and cause us to have nightmares over to pull cash into the now from the future to sustain the system, at least for now. Hold that thought. Okay, again, in order for central banks to push off an inevitable meltdown and lockup of the entire world financial system, central banks, and in this case, the Federal Reserve, must manufacture yet another crisis. Back to the title. So be ready for anything, okay? Fear on a massive scale will push cash into the perceived safety of debt. So again, be ready for anything. Yesterday, the director of the FBI, some freak, okay, I don't even remember his freaking name. I didn't write it this morning. I wrote an article about this yesterday too. I posted it in my free newsletter. This guy warned, imagine our shock here, okay, that there was an increasing terror threats of a possible terror threat on U.S. soil. Sound familiar to you? Yes, a terror attack on U.S. soil would certainly drive cash into the debt market, and the entire yield curve would drop, which would in turn push cash into the stock market. Expect another terror attack on U.S. soil. Rapidly expanding war would also push cash again into the perceived safety of debt. Same kind of mechanism. This is going to have, let me explain this to you, okay? A lot of people expected that the stock market was going to crash again today. They don't understand. And again, look, I get it. Very few people on this planet understand the mechanism here and are realizing what's going on here. No. The effect of war, the effect of fear, driving cash into the stock market is going to have the same effect as Federal Reserve quantitative easing, which is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, again, hyperinflate the stock market bubble, which is the most magnificent, if that's the right word here, bubble in the history of the world at this particular time. No, I'm sorry. It's the debt bubble, which is being hyperinflated, pulling up, obviously, inflating both a real estate hyperbubble and a stock market hyperbubble. Anyway, I go on to say, this mechanism will not last. In my opinion, the world has hit a maximum saturation moment, and I've discussed this at length. I've written papers about it. As a matter of fact, in this paper, there's several links I want you to go through when you check your inbox, and you could, where I elaborate further on the maximum saturation moment, which essentially means that the world today, although, again, the debt continues to hit record high after record high after record high. Every nanosecond of every day, it keeps going higher. It's not enough. There's no way to pull enough debt into the system to keep it liquid. So what we're seeing here is another lie. Again, the deception, this war, whatever else they're going to throw at us, terror attacks, this new war on terror and everything else, to pull cash into the now because the current system is dying by design. The current system is being dismantled by design. We have covered this at length, you and I, for how many freaking years, over and over again, and we're seeing it happen in real time. It's astonishing to me. It really, really is. Anyway, this mechanism will not last. In my opinion, the world has hit a maximum saturation moment in every single effort, okay, to keep the system propped up will eventually fail. And they know it because they're dismantling the system. But they got to create dependency, slavery to the system. We're in the middle of a neo-feudal system. You all know that. Now, keep your eyes on risk. The MMRI today, I believe, can be used as an indicator not only for risk in the market, but the higher risk goes in this market, the more you should expect to see some kind of an engineered event, a false flag to push cash into the debt market. This is how they manipulate the entire thing. Okay, the debt market is the key to the system. Everything else is a derivative from that. The price action of everything is, again, of what's happening in the debt market. Okay, the stock market, as you know, is therefore a derivative, so is the real estate market, of what is happening in the debt market. People, and this is what I go on to say in my final sentence here, I will, of course, do my utmost best to keep all of you as far ahead of the curve as I possibly can, and then some. Okay, that's just the way it's going to be here. I promised all of you from how many years ago that I would never let you down, and I never will. I never will. We got each other's backs. Anyway, looking over at the stock market this morning. Stock futures are higher, okay, at least for the Dow and the S&P 500. The NASDAQ futures are lower. Some of this is, again, I've covered this a million times, but let me just say this again real quick. The tech sector is very interest rate sensitive, okay? If the market believes that yields are going to climb here, okay, and I think the opposite is at least going to happen for a little while as they engineer another crisis and then another crisis and another crisis to continue to force cash into the debt market and keep that window open for cash to make its way into the stock market. Again, the illusion of the market will be kept real, at least in my opinion, because this is a presidential selection cycle that will kill millions. Forget about thousands and thousands that are dying now, tens of thousands. It's going to be in the millions. That's what they will do if they have to keep the illusion real. This whole thing is an illusion. Nothing is what it appears to be ever. You understand? And I really want you to start questioning everything, even me, okay? Don't believe anything I say, okay? Think about it. Ponder the things I am speaking about. Do your own research into these things. Is Greg telling me the truth? Or is Greg misleading me in some kind of bizarre way? Okay, make up your own mind here. I'm not trying to get you to believe anything. I want you to make up your own minds here. Trust your instinct. Okay, we all have a God-given intellect. Utilize that. Anyway, gold and silver this morning under a little pressure. Crude oil under a little pressure. Cryptocurrency is taking off. Dollar on a relative strength basis is weaker. Look for the knee-jerk into the dollar. Okay, there's so many clues. You and I have so many clues to see where this is going. And if you've been with me for any length of time, you got this down stone cold. You know what to look for, and you know why you're looking for these things. You again, cause, effect. Cause, effect. That's all this is. Period. And remember what I'm telling you here. It's what we're witnessing here is greed, control, and corruption by a few, okay? By a few people. And it's the central banks. Look, I understand what's going on here, and I see it. And the division right now, what's going on, you have to hate these people because of whatever reason, their religion, their skin color, whatever it is. They're anything to keep your focus off of the culprits, those who are responsible for who runs the world. Tell Greg Mannarino one more time. Who runs the economy? Who runs the financial system? Who runs the financial markets? Who? Which entities run? Who controls the cash? Controls the world. They control the media. They control the flow of information, except me and except you. I can never be bought. You understand? I can't do it. No one could buy me. No one could offer me anything to come out here and lie. That's a fact. It's impossible. It can never happen. I'd rather die. That's the truth. Anyway, look, I don't want to go on and on and on about all this stuff here, but and again, you and I, this thing of ours, and that's what this is here. This is a global family, in my view. All right, we look out for each other. We got each other's backs always. We're making a difference. We're making a positive difference in the world because we are raising awareness. That's the key. Raising awareness, getting people to understand what's happening and why. Okay? Knowing that people walk around in a state of confusion. They're told this. They're told that. They're told the other thing. They're told where to look. They're told, no. Once, the attention is drawn, let's say, to the central banks, something will happen to pull their attention off of that. But they're the ones who finance all of these wars. Where does the cash come from to finance both sides or every single side of every single conflict? Where does the cash come from? If you can answer that question, and I know you can, because the answer is in your freaking face. It's obviously central banks. You know who's behind it all. You understand? I think you do. The rest of it's a show. The TV, the commercials, they're all selling you something. This war is being sold to you, sold to us all. As I told you in the video yesterday, my markets a look ahead. Watch that video if you haven't seen. It's the same mechanism. It's the same playbook that we have seen over and over and over and over and over. It doesn't stop because it works. It's It's time to wake up if you're new here. Okay, maybe watch this video twice. I know you get it. Okay, most of you have been with me for years. Anyway, people, we got this down. I don't care what they do. That we're going to have the high ground because we know who our enemy is and we know what they want. And this isn't Satan or anything. This is all within the human realm. You understand? Okay, all point at Satan. It's Satan's fault. No, these are human beings. The duality of man. Man has two sides, a good side and a bad side. And some people, that bad side within them, it just takes over. Okay? And they want, and they want, and they want, and they're willing to do anything that they have to do to get it. Because there's no accountability anymore. People like Janet Yellen, people like Federal Reserve Chair people who I say are not even human because they don't have a human quality, don't have empathy, they don't feel. They could order the death of millions and sleep fine. And just because this is what they want. This is what their goal is, their endgame. Okay, like I was saying before. When all else fails, it's not that they bring you to war. War is the goal. War generates more cash for the military-industrial complex than anything else. I've been telling you this for the longest time. War is the end game. War is the goal here, eventually. And this is leading towards a whole set of other dynamics. A whole new thing is coming down the pike. And it's been in the works. It's been planned since the inception of central banking. When are we going to wake up? How many times have we been warned? I'm out here, people. Look, here's a piece of news for you which you may not like. You might not see me today at the end of the day. I'm in the process of moving. I'm still in this freaking Airbnb. Nice place. My poor plant's dying behind me, and I don't know what to do about it on a lighter note here. I've been trying to take care of it. It's just, I guess I don't have a green thumb. I used to take care of plants, and they did well. Not anymore. I don't know. Something happened. All right, look, besides that, love you a lot, people. If you got something out of this video, if you think this video has been important in any way, please give me a thumbs up. You're allowed to disagree with me. Understand, okay? If you have a different perspective, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. But I want to hear a logical explanation of why. Greg, you said this, but you're wrong because of that. Or I don't believe you're right because of this. You understand? People putting their heads together, honestly, is key to coming to the inevitable right thing. You understand? All right. With that said, again, you might not see me later, and I do apologize for that. My post-market report, unfortunately, may not be here. I will try to get it out. I got 1,000 things going on here today, and I'm going to try, like I said. So if you don't see me, I know you're going to take care of each other anyway. Okay, so that's the beauty of this thing. You don't need me to all of you to take care of each other and to love each other and be charitable. All right, we got each other's backs. I'll see you later, hopefully. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning. That's a fact. All right. Make sure you do check your inbox, people. I want you to have this. All kinds of information in there. And all the things I put out in my newsletter, okay? I'll see you later, I hope. Please share the video, comment. Thumbs ups are greatly appreciated. It lets the algorithms pick up the video. It gets it out. I will see you later, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning.